We're live.
Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Oh, come on.
Hello, everybody. As we're getting on, Aaron James logging us on Instagram as well.
Yeah, we are all set. Happy, what's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday.
Yep.
Yes, really excited about today. So we're continuing from our conversation yesterday. That was about reprogramming limiting beliefs in your life and your health. But we're adding on to it a concept that I teach all my clients, which is the recoding journal. But first and foremost, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Cody, if you're cool with it, I was going to start off with like a quick 5-minute activation breath work that we can just drop right in, and then we can go into the content. Are you good?
Yeah, that's why yesterday when you said what you said, I was like, let's actually do this. So I'm in.
Cool. You can't say no to me anyway, so we're gonna do it. As always, it's a pleasure, brother. I'm so excited to have this this content time with you. So anybody, if you have questions at all, please let us know. But like right now, all we're asking you to do is like just find a place to lay down or sit. We just give you a few seconds to do that. You can just right where you are. You know, you can put the phone down, put your headphones on, or turn up your mic, and just I'm going to walk you through something here real quick. Okay. So what I want everybody to do is just sit back, close your eyes down, let you get settled for just a few minutes. And those of you who are already settled, I want you to start breathing in through your mouth like this. So it's all through your mouth, in pretty intense in, and then let the breath fall out. It's a very short and powerful activation sequence. Close your eyes, everyone. Close your eyes down. We'll be doing 2 rounds of 2 minutes with a 1-minute breath hold following the first round, okay? So we'll be taking nice big deep breaths and out. Okay, we're going to begin. Let's keep doing it. So expand and relax and let go. Nice big full deep breaths. All in and out the mouth, filling up your lungs. And on the exhale, just relax. Let it fall away. Stay in those nice big deep full breaths. Your mind is quiet. Every breath activating, every breath expanding. And it's okay. Just keep going. Keep going. You start to tingle a little bit. That's okay. Just keep going. We're not usually breathing in our mouth that much, but keep going. Let's do this for 1 minute. Stay with it. Fully in. Let it go. And then let it expand. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. I know you're going with my cadence, but I've got to talk as well at the same time. So keep breathing just like that. Keep going. If your mouth starts to dry up or get a little cotton mouthy, lick your lips real quick and get back into it. Keep breathing. Bring your awareness to your breath in this present moment. No one needing anything from you. Nobody wanting anything from you. Keeping it in. Keep going. And coming up on our first breath hold, let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe in and hold it. Hold at the top. Good. Just keep holding, keep relaxing, keeping your eyes closed, just noticing what you feel, holding it in. Tune your awareness into the sensations of your body. Take a moment to notice the softness of your mind. Quiet. Stillness. Still unencumbered by any stress or worry, any anxiety or overwhelm, all there, leaving your body if it's there. Allowing all of that bottled up energy to take a break, letting your body simply be without all the chaos, without all the clutter of the mind. No distractions, no frustration. I simply exist in the moment with you. Okay, ready, set, and let it out. All the way out with a sigh. Take one quick little breath. And coming back to it for our second round. Here we go. Coming back. Resetting, letting go, keep going all the way in. Letting exhale fall away. Just keep your eyes closed. Keep going. This is an opportunity to let go completely. Your mind being quiet and singularly focused on the breath. Just you and your nice, big, full activating breaths. Already feeling it in the body. Seeing yourself, feeling yourself relax. Feeling it, knowing that after the session, you're going to walk away and feel fully in control with a relaxed and centered mind. Feeling everything. Reacting to nothing. Good. Give me your personal permission to be in your center for the rest of the day. Giving yourself full permission to be aligned. It's okay to take a break if you need to, but keep going if you can. Letting any chaos unfold around you and not being sucked into it. Nowhere to be, just in the eye of the tornado. Let's keep going. This will be your home for the rest of the day. This great feeling, just letting go. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, almost time. 3, 4, and here we go. Breathe in and hold. Hold on tight. Hold it in. Nowhere to be. We're letting go. Be in the stillness and the quiet. Just relax. That's right. Holding it in. The quality of your mind, the peace in the stillness. Take a moment to simply register this as your natural state. It is the mind that is present, reflective, mindful of thoughts, and it's safe. It's safe to be you. It's safe to be here. It's safe to be in the stillness. So be the mindfulness of your thoughts and be this state of today, my friend. Bring this energy with you. Here we go. And breathe out, release. All the way down, all the way out. Just let your breathing come to normal. How's everybody doing? You guys feeling all right? Cody, how was that for you?
Really good, man. Really good.
Where'd you go? Which dimension did you go to?
Yeah,
I know you do that a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're activated. Yeah. Big deep breath. Nice reset from the scrolling, from the chaos, from all the stuff that's going on. So nice to give ourselves that activation breath. Maybe feeling a little more energy, a little more tingly in the body. So like move your body around a little bit, come back here, and we were going to jump in. So Cody, you want to recap real quick before I jump into the recoding journal from yesterday?
Yeah. So from our talk yesterday, we were talking about reprogramming limiting beliefs. And we just described about, that all beliefs are actually limiting because we're in this physical reality bound by polarity. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Not to diminish, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Yeah. And so if our beliefs are truly creating our reality, which we talked about Dr. Bruce Lipton's research and the biology of belief, and he proved that your genes aren't responsible for you. Yeah. Your genes are like a key. You've got to take that key and you got to turn it. And it's like a blueprint. Blueprint themselves don't dictate anything. You have to act on the blueprints. And so the beliefs, the constructs, the programs are really some of these constructs that actually begin to create our reality. And so the concept was, okay, well then if we know they have that much power, how do we reprogram these beliefs? And we were truly related to both aging and health. And just to recap, we were discussing about how a lot of aging beliefs are, as they get older, more disease process comes along. That's a big one from the American Medical Association would like you to believe. Another one is that you get fatter as you get older. Another limiting belief. These beliefs aren't true, but the thing is that you can make them true. And so how do we reprogram these beliefs? Aaron James had he described it really quickly, and we said, wait a minute, let's go through that process of what you just went through in detail. That's why we're doing this call.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So just to begin, I want to pre-frame this. The recoding journal is something I came up with a while ago. It's not anything that's complicated at all, but it's really, really cool to do, to be able to capture these limiting beliefs as they come up for us in the waking state, right? So anytime I'm not with my clients, I say, okay, here's what I want you to become aware of. So I want to talk about these like 3 core muscles in mental fitness, let's call them. There's the saboteur or the inceptor, the sage, and then there's like the self-command, this shift from saboteur to sage. And what I mean by that is there's these different parts of you that are going to be, you'll be noticing a saboteur that's very different than your sage or your wise self or your higher self, to be able to discern between those. So what I want you to do is if during your waking state today at any time, catching yourself thinking an automatic negative thought, if there's a thought that comes in your head, or you say something out loud that just doesn't sit right, that isn't a truth, right? It seems like we've been talking about these limiting beliefs. So anything that has a negative charge for you, anything at all, even subtle, that just doesn't feel in alignment with who you want to become, right? That's what we're talking about doing is that first step is becoming aware and catching yourself in real time of those limiting beliefs, thoughts, words you're saying to people, all of that. So now sometimes I'll be real, like even myself, sometimes I don't catch myself on the first one, and that's okay. There's no perfect way to do this. But sometimes the second or third time it comes up, you get it. You say, wait a minute, hold the phone, right? Sometimes I will even stop in conversation when I'm saying something like, hey, you know what, Cody, hang on. I really don't, I want to question why I said that. And so I'll just involve people with it, right? Say like, I'm going to take responsibility for what I just said and thought, because it's not in alignment with this conversation or what I really believe. So I'm just honest with it. So we become aware of what we're thinking and saying and those things, even if it takes us a few times. Then what I want you to do, then second step in this is to, there's one thing I really like people to do is before you write it down, if you want to capture yourself and bring yourself into the moment, you can rub any of your fingers together. You just close your eyes. And Cody, I want you to start doing this. Everybody start doing this. Just start rubbing your fingers together. Take a deep breath, rub your fingers together, and I want you to only focus on the sensations of your skin rubbing slowly together. It's a really cool trick I learned in a coaching program that I did. Like literally feel the little figments of your skin like rubbing. You can feel like your fingerprint. Just rub. And notice how soothing it can be to just like focus on that one little thing. Nice and slow. Just rubbing your fingertips for a little bit. Only thing you're focusing on is that sensation, how it feels. The tiny, like zoom into it, just to give yourself a moment of relief. Coming back to now. So go ahead and do that. Now, once you're there, you quickly on your phone or on a journal that you have with you, whether you write it down or you capture it digitally, you want to write down immediately the exact statement that you thought or said out loud as best you can. So you're going to write it down very quickly, whatever that negative thought was or that limiting belief, the phrase, whatever it is. And you're going to write that one down. Then you're going to write down the associated negative emotions that came with it, negative emotion or emotions. Okay. So step 3 is whatever emotion came with it. So if I said, oh man, I'm just not worthy of doing that or something like that, a unworthiness statement, I'm going to write down, I said, I am not worthy of X, whatever it was. And it's like, it made me feel, and I go back into it, it's like, man, it made me feel really icky, gross. Or I was like angry at myself. Why would I say that? So you write those little things down. Then this is important. Cross out that statement, cross out those negative emotions. I like the process of literally crossing it out or on your phone. Don't delete it, but like do the cross out thing. Okay, so we're writing those things down. Everybody good so far? Cody, any questions on that?
Yep, no, good.
Okay. So one, we've written down the negative statement or the phrase we said. We've written down the negative emotions that are going with that. And then third, we cross them out. Now, after we cross them out, you take 1 to 3 deep releasing breaths and recenter yourself, okay? And you put a little smile on, because what we're doing here is, this is what do we want instead? What do we desire instead? How do we reframe that negative thought, that negative phrase, and how do we turn it into a recoding statement? This is the key. This is your chance to ask, what would I like to code or create instead of that statement? right? This is your ask. What would I love to create or code instead? Write down the exact opposite, the antithesis of whatever that statement was that came through, to shift yourself into a positive state. So in a smiling fashion, be like, okay, well, I don't choose to have that anymore. I'm releasing the negative emotions. What do I want instead? I am worthy of everything I desire in life, or whatever that might be. And you write it out. Okay. That's number 5. Then, it's always got to be stated in the positive, as sweet and sexy as you can. And then 6, write down the positive emotion or emotions you want to correlate and integrate and link with that. Right? So joy, worthiness, love, whatever that might be. So you want to encode into that recoding statement. So you're going to write those down. Then that's number 6. Then number 7, we're going to put everything down, put the phone down, put the things down. And this can be just a few minutes, and you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and go inside. And I'm even tingling right now because I've done this so much. Ooh, I start to feel those emotions. And I want you to then, on your timeline, float up above your body and go somewhere in the future on your timeline into a arbitrary time, and just drop into a place where you see yourself through your own eyes in a situation where you're talking or you're thinking or you're doing something that is that recoded statement, that you're feeling worthy, you're doing something, you're saying it again in a positive way. You're literally just imagining and seeing yourself in a positive state, and feel the joy, feel the love, feel those emotions with it. You're just seeing yourself in the future in your own movie theater of your mind and associating that. Now, I would prefer you to hold it for 66 seconds. 60 seconds is fine. 60 seconds is fine, but do it for a minute, do it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, as long as you can. Just sit in it. That's really, really important. This full, vivid detail. Imagine yourself having that exact phrase. You start doing these 8 steps. 8 is the visualization step. Like 7 is like closing your eyes and breathing deeply. And then 8 is just like enjoying that movie. Out of the 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day that we have, when most people are thinking the same shit all the time on repeat, every present moment, we are creating our future. Every present moment of now, because all there is now. Future and past only exists in our mind, but they're tools. They're great tools. But when we catch ourselves, even with that one thought a day, that starts to really rewire our whole ability, outside of doing breath work, outside of doing hypnotherapy, outside of doing the deeper work we're talking about, reprogramming. This is a way for you in your conscious state to just catch these things quickly in conversations or when you're sitting by yourself. I've had clients, and I hold them accountable, say, I want you to send me your recoding journal every single day. And sometimes they've like 16 to 18 different recodes. And that's amazing, because that multiplies to lots of other thoughts. Even though people aren't going to have 60,000 recodes a day, but we're just chipping away at it. And those substantially have like this hockey stick change. You do this for just 2-3 weeks, I promise you. And I want you to message me and like DM me comments here. Like, I want you to commit today to doing the recoding journal today and for at least the next 14 days. I have a feeling, and I know for a fact that you will feel so much better as you start doing this and catching them, because instead of just going back to the keyboard and just kind of sweeping it under the rug, you're actually addressing it and going into that thought, because thoughts are things. You're very powerful. So let's take care of the thoughts that we have.
Nice. How's that sound? And you're doing this every day for 14 days, is what you're saying?
Yep. That's my challenge. I dare you to do it for 14 days straight, and any time. And look, there's nothing about perfection here. You miss a day, go right back to it. It's okay. But the goal is to be catching and coming aware of those. This is about the step of being more conscious, right? So most of our life is in an automatic state, right? Our subconscious mind, our programming is just unveiling our day. Whereas becoming more conscious, we just want to catch those thoughts. This is the baby step. Now, there's a lot more steps to this as we go, but this is the first baby step for the Recoding Journal that I love to share. So any questions with the group, or any questions, Cody, with me to make it clear?
No, let's see. I think that totally makes sense. One distinction that I was going to make, I love this process. For me, you know how much I've played in polarities of good and bad. And So one big distinction, I used to try to get away from the bad and go like away from the negative and go in the positive. And one distinction I was making for myself is, acknowledging the negative emotions, like you said, with that statement, and letting yourself actually feel the emotion. Because I really missed that part 20 years ago when I was doing a lot of this. I would make sure I wasn't feeling that negative, but actually letting yourself feel this, just let it move through you.
Mm-hmm.
And with little fine tuning part would be with the positive statement to try to use a transcendental energy instead of an emotion would be like next level power. So
what do you mean by that? Can you explain that?
Yeah, like transcendental means it rises above this physical plane. So in other words, like and dislike is a polarity. So goods and bad. So positive, negative polarity. Transcendental, there is no positive or negative in transcendental. So there's only a few transcendentals: love, appreciation, inspiration.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting to actually apply, and you even said it, you said like love, but I would encourage people to drop into love and appreciation for their statement rather than some positive energy, because it'll allow you to not have so much polarity swing with, that's what most people do when they go through some of these trying to get rid of the bad, right? Is use the transcendental with the things you want. It carries so much more raw power.
So let's do an example. Let's do an example of that, because I want to make sure people aren't lost in that. There's a sophistication in this, and I love that you're bringing attention to this. So let's do an example, but first I want to reiterate what you're saying. I went over the recoding journal very quickly. Within those first two steps, 100%, so glad you said that. When you catch it, when you have that awareness of that thought or that phrase that you said, sit with it first.
Yeah. Nice.
Literally, like, Cody, you did a great job. Thank you for reminding me that. First, it's like, okay, that thought, where did that thought come from? And what's really fun is to say, well, where is that in my body? Where is that thought or feeling, that phrase? Where did that come from? Somebody's like, wow, it came from my kidney down here. Like, okay. And then just get to know it and sit with it. And like you're saying, sometimes you and I have had great conversation about leaning into that feeling or that thought.
Bingo.
They're there for a reason. The messages from the body are always coming to us. And so by feeling into that and getting into it, dude, if it sparks any more emotion, that's going to help you again on step 3, writing down the emotion, or step 4, whoever's following. And then sometimes that can just dissipate, and then you recode, do the recoding statement after you've let it process. So take that extra time if you can in that moment. So, Cody, awesome. Thank you for that. So let's do it. Let's do a quick example.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Let's do it. Can we do it? Yeah, that's perfect.
So what do you mean by, so let's say, can you walk us through that? Like, right when you were talking about the transcendental part, like let's take a,
let's just say someone's like, hypothetically, someone's like, I'm not confident, or whatever it is. Let's say it's like, I'm just not confident with people. That's a belief. Yeah. Right. So let's just say we follow your method and they see that and you go, okay, let me actually first feel, what do I feel with that statement? And if I was to do it, like, it feels like, oh, it feels small. I feel contracted, and we would associate, well, that doesn't feel good. It feels bad. But part of what you just said was, hey, that's okay. It's important to just feel it. So we do that first. Instead of taking the polarity of feeling contracted, because the polarity would be positive, let me feel expansive. I'm saying let yourself move through contraction and expansion and come into equilibrium, which would be love and appreciation. Love doesn't have an opposite. That's why it's a transcendental. And so the reason we want to focus on this is because of the universal law of rhythm. It's a pendulum. So like with myself, I used to be like, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm brilliant. And I would just pull that pendulum way up to the positive because we're human. We're actually in equilibrium. So for as many positive parts we have also the negative. So what I'm trying to really communicate, it is subtle, is I'm going to help people avoid the massive swing to the side, right? So we've owned and loved with appreciation our non-confident part. I love it. And then move into our confident part, and I love that too. Therefore, we don't have this life rhythmic swing that everyone seems that we all go through. But the rhythm still happens, but it happens like this instead of my ass kicked this.
Yeah. Beautifully said. I hope that's clear to everybody. If it's not, please comment and ask some questions down there. Cool. Well, I mean, we accomplished part 2 today. This was great.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was fun. I actually haven't publicly ever shared that outside of my coaching sessions. So that was pretty fun. I hope people like that. If you like the recoding statement or the recoding journal and the conversation we had today, please comment, like thumbs up, heart, all that if you liked it. And if you I have a little video I can send people if you want to reach out. And real quick, I wanted to talk. I'm doing breathwork tonight at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's 5:30 like Central Time. So I'm doing that tonight again. The $1 Million Breath for leaders, entrepreneurs, anybody, men and women. Like, come breathe with me. I've got an awesome journey to share with you. So I do that every Wednesday at 4:30. And then Cody, what do you got going on this week?
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I definitely be a part of that. This is so fun to be able to take. I actually think we should do this, even if it's once a month, because it's so nice. Like, I know these things, but to be able to actually set time to have you do that and then follow it, it's really nice. I would imagine people watching this. I think it's such a cool thing. You can watch people, watch us go and listen to our content, but to be able to like actually have the opportunity to like have someone walk you through that is, I would love we do this regularly, man. I might just bring it up. Hey, can we do that today? So
yeah, we could, and we can do some other breath work here as well. But we're out of time today. Anything else? If you have any concepts or things you want to hear, please put it in the comments. Like, let us know so we can kind of adjust and not just be making up the content. We want to hear from you. So we
want to back that up. We do want to hear what you guys want to, because we have so many things we love talking about, but it's nice to be able to, please put in the comments and let us know, hey, you guys do some talks about this. We'd love to. Anything's fair game. So thanks for doing that, Aaron James.
Yeah, my pleasure. Everyone have an amazing hump day, and remember to breathe. Remember to do the recoding journal, and I dare you for 14 days. Do it straight. I know you're going to have a different shift. So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, Cody.
Thanks. See you soon.